What up, everyone? My name is, if you know me, as the movie lover. Today, it's time to review Trolls World Tour. Yeah. Which was a movie I was actually pretty excited about. I'm not gonna lie. When all of the movie studios were pushing back their films because of coronavirus, Universal very boldly decided to not move back Trolls World Tour, but actually move it up by a week to April 10th, and debut it as a day and date release on streaming as well as in theaters, whichever theaters are still open. I don't think there's any right now. And it was exciting because before we found out that we were being shut down, we're like, yeah, Universal's moving Trolls, it's gonna save us, woo! And then we were shut down, and then it was like, yeah, we're gonna get a movie theater movie, like a big blockbuster film to watch at home on your computer. Like that was gonna be really really fun. And before everything kind of went to crap, I was planning with my friends. We're gonna come over. We're gonna watch the first Trolls. We're gonna watch the second Trolls. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fantastic. Um, Obviously that didn't happen. Watched it by myself because quarantine. But it was made to be this really big event. Like you can watch this movie at home, which was it's never been done before. So I was really excited, and I reluctantly paid the $20 to watch the movie. I pressed play, and I gotta say, my hopes were up. I was excited. I was ready because I remember the first movie. The first movie was like a party. It was really really fun. It was like going to a concert. It was great. And the movie started on a really really high note. It started with the techno trolls, and they had an awesome like music dance number, and I was like, yeah, party. It was midnight watching trolls. Woohoo. Um and I was really really excited. Then that opening scene ended. It's a Trolls World Tour, and the movie went downhill, and it went downhill fast. Like wow. Um, and that's the first point I want to make. This movie is so fast paced, you're gonna like lose your head. I think the one advantage of having this at home is you can actually like rewind and go back and watch it. But like, yeah, the movie's an hour and 34 minutes long, but it honestly feels like 45 minutes. It is so fast moving, and it's like zooming past all of the story points that it doesn't get a chance to fully develop. Like no idea in this film, and they had some great ideas were fully developed. I was very like the plot of the movie is very interesting. I think they did a really good job in terms of the plot, and we'll talk more about the messages and the world building a little later, but they just moved so quickly that it just never had a chance to fully develop. And the second point to that is the movie's so unfocused. It's like an episode of SpongeBob, kind of, but like not as good, not as fun, which we'll also talk about. But like it's like, hey, look over here, look over here, look over here. It's like being in the mind of a 4-year-old. And it's just they try to do so much, and they have all these different sidebars, and they have like 20 story points and like different arcs for characters, and it did not work. It didn't fit together. It was too fast. It was too you know unfocused. It really was annoying. It was really convoluted. It was like the trailers are very bad for this movie. They were very convoluted. They're all over the place. And the movie is kind of like that, which I'm sad to say. Also, Poppy is the most incompetent leader I've ever seen in a movie. She is so bad at her job. It is like hard to watch. And what makes it worse is her like sense of positivity. It's so over the top, and it's so freaking annoying that it really like pissed me off. And it didn't only piss me off, it pissed off everybody in the film. This movie, everybody is in a bad mood, which is weird. I thought I was getting ready to party with some trolls. I was excited. But the movie, like every single person in this movie is in a really really bad mood. Not to spoil anything, but there's a character who is sad that they didn't die. There's a character who says, I like sad music because I'm a sad person. Like this is great. There's all of the trolls are always sad because the rock trolls are like taking over their music. It's not a fun party, it's a depressing party, which is not something we need right now. That being said, There was some good in this movie, which is a shame because it wasn't fully developed. Like the world building. The world building in this movie was amazing. Like, wow. Every different village that they had for each of the different movie, or not movie, the music genres were amazing. They were all so well animated, which we'll talk about, but they're also so well thought up and so well realized. Like the character design, first of all, was great. I love the reggae trolls. I love the individuality of all of the trolls. Like they all are so different and so unique, and I love that. And also their worlds. Like I would want to go visit the classical, place, and the underwater techno place and the funk place. Like all of them were so cool and so different and so well realized and so detailed and intricate that it was just great to watch. And on that note, the animation is beautiful. Pixar went with a very realistic approach with Onward, which I love. Like that movie, watching that movie, um, it was great. All you could see every speck of dust. You could see the hair. Like I kept looking at Tom Holland's character's hair because it just looked so real. With this movie, it's all very felty, which I liked. Like it was a different approach. It still looked very realistic. Like the felts and the hair and the everything looked real, and that's what it felt very plush and felt very cozy, which was great. It was really good animation, and I like the different styles. It's not all super realistic, which I like. It's still very cartoony and very fun. um it's a shame that the rest of the movie wasn't as fun. Speaking of the animation, the third act of this movie was also really, really good. um the movie started out really strong, the middle was crap, and then the ending was so good. I loved every minute of it. I don't want to spoil too much, but they do a thing with color that like took my breath away. I was amazed. It was really, really amazing to behold. And I really liked the messages that they had in this film, which were, listening to others, even when you don't agree, even when they're different from you, is always a good thing because it helps you and it enriches you, makes you a better person. I really like that message. That message I think wasn't as well realized as the other one, which was our differences define us. I love that message. During the beginning of the movie, you felt like it was going to be like, oh, okay, a, another movie where, oh, we're all one, we're all the same, equality, woohoo. And like, yeah, equality is a good thing, but I love that they went there and a character was like, no, we're not, we're all different. Like that's what makes us unique. Our differences are what make us special. And one character said, denying our differences is denying who we really are. And I love that. I love that they went there and they made a film that was very accepting of like who you are in terms of everything. I think this is a really good message, especially for kids to learn at a very young age. Um, the standouts. Let's talk about some standouts in the cast. Sam Rockwell was amazing. I love Sam Rockwell. He was great in Three Billboards. He was great in Jojo Rabbit, and he's great in this. I didn't know that he was playing this character until about halfway through the movie, and my mind was blown. Like he was just so good. His character was my favorite character in the film. Jamie Dornan. Jamie Dornan had a very small role. It was a cameo, but I love the design of his troll. It's very, very comedic, and his voice when he spoke was also very, very good. So I like that. And then Ozzy Osbourne, um, also a very small role, but his character brought the most laughs to the film. I didn't think the movie was very funny, but Ozzy Osbourne's character made me laugh. I loved it, and he didn't phone it in. He did a good job. So is it worth the $20 rental price? No. There's a lot of good content that you could watch right now on a multitude of streaming services. And I think honestly, you should just hold out and wait until they lower the price, which they will eventually. I think give it a month, give it 2 months, we're gonna be stuck here anyway. It'll drop down to $6.99, and then you can watch it then. I just don't think it's worth the $19.99 price point. I honestly think that Universal should have given this to Netflix to put on. Netflix already has a Trolls TV show. They should have just been like, hey, instead of pissing off movie theaters and wasting their money on the ads, and people are unemployed right now. They're not going to pay $20 for a movie. So they should have just given this to Netflix and let them deal with it, and I think it would have turned out better. So that's my review of Trolls World Tour. Tell me what you think down below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you see it? Are you gonna pay? Are you gonna pirate it? Let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Stay safe, stay at home, flatten the curve. I'll see you next time.